I'm not really sure if I'm the one you want to be talking to.
Just tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'd rather not.
How about your name?
Get a warrant.
Fine. Tell us where you work.
You know where I work. You wouldn't be here if you didn't know where I worked.
How old are you?
Over 21.
Are you married?
In this timeline? Director on deck!
As you were. How's the interview going?
Well, actually...
It's going quite well.
Good. These recordings are supposed to counter some of the uglier misinformation out there about us. That means everybody's got to go on mic. Everybody.
Yes, ma'am.
Carry on.
What do you want to know?
Well,
I'm a character without a name, and not in that Clint Eastwood spaghetti way, where I'm bigger than what a single name can contain. I mean, I was born a day player. I'll die a day player. And my author never bothered to give me a name, but you can call me Agent 1. My entire contribution to the world of fiction was pointing to a computer screen and saying, global satellites indicate a higher than normal concentration of IEDs north of the 43rd parallel in a goddamn Tom Clancy novel. That's it. Sure, I normally like to keep the details of my life to myself, but that's only because I don't have many details to begin with. But now, I work here, in a world where the border between the fictional and real world is either paper thin or doesn't exist at all. We keep the peace between those two forces. There's a 5-mile-wide steel fortified base hidden in a top-secret location. We call it the Fourth Wall.
Oh, you know what? Sorry, I forgot to hit record.
You son of a...
Previously on the Fourth Wall.
Poe found him terrifying. Around here, we put him to use in the mailroom.
You know, Hitchcock had my people bring an entire town to its knees. J.K. Rowling and George R.R. Martin come around, and suddenly I'm stuck dabbling in the postal arts.
Are we gonna get hazard pay for this?
Oh, for pity's sake.
It's not an unfair question, boss. We're all in the union.
Oh, hell.
Don't get up. I'm not staying.
Not this again, Hawthorne.
No, not that. Although, we should probably talk about that pretty soon.
What was that again, sir?
I said 1 chili cheese dog, 1 bacon cheeseburger, a large order of onion rings, and 2 cherry cokes. Hey, Cheryl! Shirley!
What? I'm thinking. Leave me alone.
Well, stop. It's 1958. The Ruskies can fly their balls in outer space. Meanwhile, in America, I can't listen to Dick Clark or let it be known that I want a chili dog from 20 feet away.
Is that a flock of birds I see off in the distance?
Where?
Your ornithophobia is not only illogical, it is inconsistent. You flew airplanes in Korea. Wings should not spark anxiety.
All the more reason to be freaked out when a bird is flying straight at you. What are you thinking about? Did you find the missing data tapes from UNIVAC and catch the Chinese squares who were trying to make off with it?
Oh, that. That was kid stuff.
Well, I couldn't make heads or tails out of it.
Yes. Well, they don't call me Shirley the car hop detective for nothing, I suppose.
Speaking of which, do you want to see if you can scare me up a chili cheese...
I'm worried about Nixon.
Nixon? The vice president?
He's the one. I think he may be up to something. I can't quite put my finger on it. Have you ever been skeet shooting in downtown Dallas?
Dallas? Listen, Cheryl, I'm sure... Now, what do you suppose that is?
I have no idea.
Okay, now I'm worried. Shirley! Shirley! Shirley!
Okay, that does it for the agenda. Anything else?
Actually,
All right, back to work.
I wanted to ask if anyone else has noticed that we haven't gotten a single piece of mail in nearly 6 weeks.
Don't look at me. Abby and I have been undercover with the damn vampires for months.
What are their demands this time?
Better if I just read it to you. We, the underclawed birds, shackled to the meager livelihoods by those controlling the Fourth Wall, do hereby decree the following. Fourth Wall, management, do knowingly treat our kind as a subservient class.
It's one of their boilerplate declarations. They've sent one every year since I took over. Skip to the part where they tell us what they want.
An espresso machine right next to their main seed distribution node.
I think caffeinating the birds is the last thing we need.
Hey, I resembled that remark.
3 years ago, you got hold of a Mountain Dew.
I know.
And you almost blew up Nebraska.
I said I know.
I just don't think they're going to let us ruin any more states in the Midwest is all. But I know how you can make up for this.
Croc! Oh, come on. Just because I used to work with them?
They don't like talking with Westing or me. That much is abundantly clear.
They hate me twice as much as you two. You guys are just human. I should at least know better.
Do you have a better idea than sending you down to talk to them?
I have several worse ideas, if that helps.
Then that settles things. If you can talk them down to a Keurig, I'll spring for half and throw in the first box of pods. Anything else? Fantastic. Dismissed.
Pal, can we...
Just find out if this is a serious thing or just a coffee thing. God, what's happened to me? Every coffee thing is a serious thing. Just do this and we'll see what we can do from there. Don't come back until you've got it done.
All right. Wouldn't be in this situation if we hadn't shut down a Starbucks, is all I'm saying.
I did have one other thing I thought we should talk about, but after the meeting.
What's that?
Can we talk about it in your office?
I've got like 90 things to do out here, Hawthorne. Just out with it. What do you want to talk about?
My resignation.
I have to go greet the delegation from Wonderland, and I would not want to be late.
I thought we had finished this discussion.
Well, we didn't.
We had a deal.
Yes, we did. I would stay on so that you could find a replacement for my spot on the Alpha team.
Yes.
That was 2 years ago.
It was?
Yep, right around the time the 5th wall attack started.
Yeah, we couldn't be in a worse position right now.
Famous last words, but keep going.
The real world hates us.
That's been true for way longer than I've wanted to quit.
And they hate me more than anybody else. The 5th wall is getting more powerful with every damn week.
And we don't even really know what the 5th wall is yet, or who's behind it.
That's right.
To say nothing of the fact that you've entrusted our mail service and labor relations to a bird who thinks Norma Ray is a brand of maple syrup.
Yes. Why are you making my points for me? Never mind. That's one of the many reasons I need you. I can't do this without you. I'm barely doing this with you. And other things I'm pretty sure I'll never admit in mixed company.
We had a deal. I don't want to leave you in a lurch. I never have. But I'd like to do something else. It feels like I haven't seen the sun in years. It's time for me to move on. And you know I've wanted that for a while.
You don't think I've wanted? Never mind. Not an option. Yes, you promised me you wouldn't leave until we found a replacement. I don't see a replacement, so if you'll excuse me.
Agent 1 would be more than up to the job of your second-in-command.
And Reggie?
If we give that bird any more power than he already has, it might threaten the very fabric of existence.
I feel a compulsion to argue with that, but we both know that there's more than enough evidence to support your assertion. You're still leaving a gap on the Alpha team.
I thought you might say that. Potential recruits. I've taken the liberty of scheduling a number of interviews today.
See, that's no good.
And I've taken the liberty of clearing your schedule.
Oh God, please send me a reality-shattering calamity or a boatload of bad guys in the next few seconds. Great. Now God hates me. Are you happy? Fine.
Well, well, well. What do we have here? Last time I checked, this was Bird Town. Didn't think any of the higher-ups from the boardroom came down here. Too many feathers.
Hey, I don't want any trouble, guys.
Then go back to where you came from.
This is where I came from.
What'd you say to me?
Nothing.
Guess you can take the bird out of the mailroom and the mailroom out of the bird.
Enter, if you must. Does my facial disc deceive me? Or is this none other than Reginald the Raven, local bird who made good?
Hey, Gus. Listen,
Hey, Molly!
Gus, I'm like 2 feet away. I can hear you just fine.
Oh, well, my dear, meet
Reggie, the Raven of the Raven fame. I don't think there's a bird in all of the conglomeration of fictionalized realities who doesn't know who you are. The great nullifier of the solar system that must never ever be visited. The bird who gave his wings to the bats and got them back from the corpse of Ebenezer Scrooge. The first bird agent of the fourth wall. And notorious Motormouth. Although that might be a bit of hyperbole. Are you alright?
No, it's all good in the neighborhood. Oh, damn it, get it together.
You're forgetting that he was the best damn union official this local flock has ever seen. This bird here once talked Watson into a 15% wage increase across all postal services because, what was the line you used with him again?
So we could cover feather disposal.
Well, and did we get rid of our feathers any faster? No, we did not. The things those upright rats will pay to make a problem go away. Anyway, what can we do for you today, my young friend?
I need you guys to get back to work. Like yesterday.
Now, listen here, you ungrateful ingrate.
I know human tongues aren't our first language, but I think you can do better than ungrateful ingrate.
Who gave you status among us birds?
You did.
That was rhetorical. Shut up and listen to me.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Who got you the drop-off route that went straight through the boardroom, just so you could get in good with the upstairs folks and leave us to become one of Abigail Westing's toy soldiers?
You did.
I defended you when all these birds you see said, "Forget about Reggie. He ain't nothing but a scab and a collaborator." Well, it turns out I was right. You ain't no scab, and you ain't no collaborator. You're nothing but Westing's errand bird.
Now listen.
Gus, ease up. If Reggie's here to talk a deal, let me talk to him. No harm in talking.
Yeah, no harm in talking. The moment we started talking is the moment we stopped flying. But sure, you talk to him, Molly. See if you can inspire any feelings of brotherhood in our prodigal son here.
Care to buy a lady some birdseed? I'll take that as a yes.
I'm gonna screw this up so bad.
Okay, I have a question about these applicants you set up for interviews.
Sure, shoot.
Why are they... oh, what's the word? Awful.
They're not.
Okay, well, you're interviewing them with me.
Actually, I've got a lot to get to.
Nonsense! I took the liberty of clearing your schedule. Sit down. Come in. Hi, Jimmy. Looks like somebody's trying to branch out.
Hi. With my previous employer...
We're aware of your biography.
Yes. Well, as you can see from my CV, I've had a lot of operational experience. I'm adept with multiple firearms, I'm a skilled driver, and in my day I was the most skilled baccarat player in the service.
Okay, that's actually pretty good.
You'd be surprised how often baccarat comes up.
Also, I've had no fewer than 402 sexual partners. I can drink 2 full liters of vodka per day. I'm sorry, I have to drink that much per day or my blood stops working. Also, my favorite food is scrambled eggs.
Okay. Hawthorne, you've got any questions for him?
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be considered.
It's our pleasure. I guess our first question is...
Shh. Did you hear that?
Hear what?
It must be nothing.
Oh, I see here you're from an Edgar Allan Poe story. We've actually got another Poe character on the team. Do you know Reggie?
All right, I confess. I murdered him. Just stop that infernal ticking.
Come in.
Just give him a chance.
We fired him, Hawthorne, and it was long overdue.
I'm not here to apply for any job, Abigail.
Doctor, I don't usually stand on ceremony, but I would really be more comfortable if you'd call me Madam Director.
I've tried my whole life to repair bodies through the miracle of medicine, but unfortunately, there is no part of medicine that deals with the heart.
It's called cardiology, but keep talking. This is going far better than I thought it would.
I came here to say, sweet Madam Director, that I'm pregnant with your baby. And that baby is my father.
I trust you know the way out. Well, Wilhelm, your resume is pretty impressive. Sounds like you've been everywhere. Okay.
No need to be nervous. We're just having a conversation.
Is that the only sound you make, or is something wrong? It's nice to see you've gotten your life together since we last saw you on that island, Holden.
Ha! That island. Lord of the Flies. More like Lord of the Meh. What a bunch of phonies. They kill me. They absolutely kill me.
Yes, they tried to eat you. They would have literally killed you.
So how's about you and me getting a drink later?
Aren't you 16?
So?
So, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a very gentle man. Even-tempered and good-natured.
No.
No. No. We're just not going musical. We can't. We tried it for a week about 4 years ago, and, well, Hawthorne just doesn't have the range for it.
The hell I don't.
It doesn't matter. I found the true love of my life outside these cursed walls.
Good?
No, it's a lie. Please, Abigail, take me back.
For the record, and so everybody in this room hears me, I never had him, and therefore can't take him back.
I'd be equally as willing for a dentist to be drilling than to ever let a woman in my life.
Just leave, will you?
Is there anyone we can call to come pick you up?
Okay, why don't you just come with me? Oh, that worked better than I could have ever dreamed.
Excuse me while I look for something to throw at you.
I had you go through all this because if I had opened with this suggestion, you would have dismissed it. Now, it may have an outside chance.
You're kidding with this, right?
Nope, I never kid. What's more, he's available, for lack of a better term. The only people he was close to were...
taken out by a swarm of buzzing aircraft that disappeared after they exploded.
Sound familiar?
The Fifth Wall hasn't pulled one of those raids in over a year. They've got to be ramping up to something.
But in the meantime, you've got somebody with some skills who might have a particular motivation to help us out. And, well, he may be motivated for another reason as well.
What other reason?
All right, Johnny, let's go. You got a visitor.
I find that pretty unlikely.
All right, 10 minutes.
Thank you, officer. You look a little bit like him.
I don't want to sound rude or anything, but who the hell are you?
Pastiche.
Gesundheit.
No, that's who you are.
I ain't no frog, if that's what you're implying.
No, it's not French. Well, it is French, but that's not the point. It means a piece of work derived from some other piece of work. A remix. An alternate universe.
What? Do you work for Rod Serling or something?
Actually, that would explain a lot. But I don't think so. A study in poodle skirts, Gladys Knight and the 5 orange pips, and you ain't nothing but a hellhound. I'll have to make a point of reading that one.
What?
Since Shirley, the car hop detective. Really? The car hop detective?
What's it to you?
Since she disappeared.
Listen, lady. She died.
First rule, unless there's a body, there are no guarantees. Since then, you've been, shall we say, unfocused? A couple of arrests for disturbing the peace. Drag racing? Never mind, it says here you're good with cars, so I'll just assume it's drag racing. At any rate, your DA is running for re-election this year, and he normally would love to make an example out of a young ruffian like yourself, but I interceded. Today is your lucky day.
I'll be the judge of that. But you haven't answered my first question. Who are you?
You're right. We haven't been properly introduced. You are John Watson, which makes me Abigail Westing. And ironically enough, I am offering you a job. It's that or prison.
Mama, what's wrong with that bird's wings? Shh! But they're metal!
Hush, fly along with me. Sorry.
It's fine.
Do you ever miss it?
Not having hatchlings stare at my metal wings. No, I love it when that happens.
No, the mailroom.
Sure. I can't think of what I miss more. The sweltering heat off the envelope sorters, the paper cuts, or having to view Cliff Clavin as some kind of role model. The sunflower pumpkin seed blend.
Not that. You were a legend in the mailroom. Appleseed millet surprise.
That's usually my favorite. Anyway, a legend in the mailroom doesn't really sound like something a person should get nostalgic about.
You were respected by anybody who mattered. You were feared by anyone who stood in your way. And
what?
Oh, I really shouldn't go there. We're supposed to be talking about business.
What?
Never mind. Now you're Abed Nadir with a wingspan. You're Kenneth the Page, except somehow you love TV more. And you're Radar O'Reilly, except when the end of the story comes, there won't be any spin-off. You'll just stop existing.
You know, if I didn't know better, for a second there, I would have sworn you were,
What?
flirting.
Who says I wasn't?
I haven't been flirted with a lot, but I don't think I'm supposed to be crushed by an insurmountable identity crisis at the end of it.
Only if it's working.
Look, the fourth wall needs the mailroom back up and running. It's making tracking the fifth wall's activities nearly impossible, to say nothing of the yahoos in the real world who are trying to run us out of town. If we can't get our messages or send any out, it's just going to make our lives harder.
Is that you talking? Or Westing?
We happen to agree on this one.
I guess some birds can change their feathers. Are you in love with her?
With who?
With Tippi Hedren. Who do you think? Westing.
Westing?
It's not the most ridiculous question in the world.
She's human. It'd be like the teddy bear falling in love with Radar O'Reilly.
So now you're no longer the comic relief. You're the inanimate object that the comic relief clings to? Look, this is all coming out wrong. But I do need you to take me seriously on this. It may have been several years since you've lived among us, but it's getting tough for us birds. We haven't been paid in 3 months. Until that changes, I'm not so sure the fourth wall are the good guys anymore.
I didn't know you guys hadn't been paid. I can talk to them. We can make this right.
Good.
I'll do it right now.
Even if they fix this, I think you can do better than them, Reggie. Just think about that.
Sorry.
No, honestly, I'm not sure why more people don't react that way on their first trip.
Parts team, we have remnants of a 61 Thunderbird ready for cleanup and reconstitution on receiving pad 1.
For the last several years, the trip has been a lot more comfortable, but I'm trying to fly a little bit under the radar lately. Normally, to travel back and forth, we use these. Mobile command units. Like little fourth walls on wheels. Colonial Marine APC suspension with a Wayne Tech chassis. Starfleet ablative armor plating. If anything can cut through that, we have a supply of Savage Hughes Cirrus X3 rocket packs for quick escape. Onboard weaponry includes Stark repulsor rays, forward and aft GoldenEye lasers, and something called a pizza cannon that a bird I know insisted on but we never seem to use. All non-lethal, all way more expensive than I initially approved. It's essentially what would happen if every fanfiction writer in the world got together and decided to design a car.
I only understand like 10 of the words you just said.
Well, now's the time to learn.
But why me?
You're good with cars. These vehicles would be the challenge of a lifetime if you came to work here.
Where's here?
Centuries ago, the wizard Merlin... No, I'm not going to give you the whole speech. Do you own a TV?
We got one in the shop.
What's your favorite show?
Howdy Doody.
Okay. Wait, really?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Howdy Doody's not real, right? He's imaginary.
Right.
Well, what if I told you that Howdy Doody being imaginary means nothing? You can meet him. In fact, you can put him in a holding cell for public drunkenness and have to hear his pointedly racist rant about the proud, fine Polish people.
That's oddly specific.
That's because it really happened. Every bit of it. Seriously, whatever you do, if you see that puppet coming, just walk the other way. Director on deck, as you were. And so it's our job to police fictional characters and make sure the entirety of the multiverse doesn't collapse in on itself. We're successful about 60% of the time.
So is this our new recruit?
John Watson.
No, you're not. Let's just call you Johnny, rookie.
You must be that Dracula guy she was talking about.
I told you I needed more sun.
Not now.
Sorry. She went through a lot of information back there. I also get nervous in elevators and during whatever this exchange is.
All right, boss. I think this thing is fixable, but we're going to need to pony up just a little bit.
You got the birds to get back to work?
Not just yet, no. They've got a couple of very reasonable demands.
I told you not to come back until you had this thing resolved, Reggie.
The bird.
What about him?
He can talk. Are there more of him?
A real original.
Are there more of him?
Who the hell is this guy?
John Watson.
No, he's not.
He's a pastiche, Reggie.
He's thinking about joining us on the Alpha team.
Oh, I get it. You sent me on this little errand so you could replace me.
That's...
Save it. I've got far better things to do with my life. I was a legend once, and I still can be. I'm out of here.
And, yep, there he goes up the air vents. It'll take us hours to find him.
Yeah. Well, Johnny, what do you think? Ready to join up? We're a real fun group. And there he goes down the elevator. We used to be better at this, right?
Yeah, but then again, we were recruiting you the last time we did this. We also had an enemy we could identify in Dracula. Damn, Alabaster Skin. We also still had Watson around, which I guess we'd do again.
Reggie, what's wrong?
I couldn't get them to budge.
Well, color me surprised.
But that's not what I came here to tell you.
Me?
I quit.
You quit?
Yeah. Think you could use a new union guy around here? I've got nearly 6 years' experience in how Westing and those finks in the boardroom think. They'll bend to our demands, or my name isn't Reginald the Raven.
I think that can be arranged, my boy.
Reggie. Welcome back to the flock.
It's good to be back.
Hey, do you know the way out of here?
Out, my dear boy. I'm trying to find my way in. I'm late, you see. Late for a very important date.
That doesn't answer my question, pal.
Questions? Yes, indeed. How is a raven like a writing desk?
What is it with birds around here?
Ah, laddie, if you scuff up these newly waxed floors, you'll rue the day. My license to kill is still valid, you know.
That is an overreaction for a janitor.
My name is John Watson. I'm a medical doctor by trade and a military man by happenstance. Later in life, I assisted one Sherlock Holmes of 221B Baker Street in his efforts as the world's first consulting detective.
What?
Now I have an entirely different job.
I've heard that same speech nearly every day for almost 5 years. The words have started to bleed together for me.
Where is the statue guy?
Dead.
Oh. Sorry. How did he...
Violently? There was this stuff.
I really don't need to know anything else.
I miss him. At least, I think I miss him. Things were simpler before he died, but they were a lot simpler before I met him. He had all the answers, even if he never gave them. And now everyone looks to me like I'm supposed to have the answers. And the very first time I tried to do anything, I completely ruined everything. Now I've spent every waking moment for years trying to live it down. I'm sorry, I don't really have a lot of people to talk to about this.
The bird doesn't seem like he's the greatest listener.
Yeah. Are you afraid of birds? That really should have been in the file.
Only if there's a lot of them. I think I can deal with one.
Yeah.
I've been feeling a little off lately after somebody died.
I know.
She was smart. Like you. With her, it seemed like we always had a handle on things.
If you join us, I can't promise we'll have a handle on things. In fact, if history is any guide, I can almost guarantee the opposite at any given moment. But I've been working for a long time to bring to justice the people I think attacked your friend, and it feels like I'm getting close. Do you want to help me catch them?
Would it get any weirder than today?
Almost certainly.
And I can work on the cars.
For as long as you like.
I'm sure it beats prison. What is that?
Just remember you already said yes.
Birds. Why did it have to be birds?
Steady.
There she is, brothers and sisters. Get her.
Everyone stop right now. That really used to work. You okay?
You had your chance to fix this, Westing. Pal. Boss? Pal. Westing. Now you're going to face the wrath of your fine feathered friends.
You're with these loons, Reggie?
We're not loons.
Yeah, the loons are over there by the reflecting pool. Hi, loons.
Hi, guys. Hey, Molly. Hey, Reggie. Sound right, we're having in it.
As director of the fourth wall...
You know what? You don't get to boss him around anymore. Come on, Reggie. We've got work to do.
Birds! maybe we can...
That's right, Westing. He's back with us now. And soon the fifth wall will rise and all of our avian brotherhood will know freedom from their fictional oppressors. What?
You work for the fifth wall?
Yeah?
They kill people, Molly.
So? They're people. The fifth wall can offer us what Westing and the fourth wall never could. Freedom. Agency. Are you really comfortable being her pet for the rest of your life?
I know this is going to sound like I'm proving her point, but what should I do, Abby?
Well, considering that you birds outnumber fourth wall agents 10-1, you can pretty much do whatever you want. But that was always true.
But you were going to replace me.
We were going to replace Hawthorne after the new guy gets trained. He's been trying to quit for a year.
Hawthorne's leaving? That's a perch of a different color. Yeah, I'm out.
It doesn't matter, you lapbird. Your wingless mistress is right. We, the birds, will soon have control over the fourth wall, and soon nothing will stand in the fifth wall's way. Our master's full plan is coming to fruition quite soon.
Hey, guys! I think I just got management to agree to our demands.
Prove it. Yeah, prove it.
Abby,
What do they want again?
they haven't been paid in 3 months.
What? We get their paychecks to them every week.
Oh, all right. I've been funneling all the paychecks to the fifth wall. You figured it all out. What are you guys, detectives or something?
All right, we'll start your paychecks up again.
And full back pay?
And full back pay.
With a 10% bonus for late payment.
With a 15% bonus for late payment.
And Reggie gets a new 4K Blu-ray player.
And Reggie...
I overreached. I sensed that.
Hey, everybody. He did it. Reggie gave those boardroom goons the what for.
Reggie!
Are you kidding me?
You're going to tell us what you know about the fifth wall. For starters, who is the leader? What story do they come from?
I'd rather die. And who said they were fictional?
Guards?
You've thrown it all away, Reggie. You could have had the life of your dreams.
I already do. Booker, embezzlement, inciting a riot, aiding and abetting a known rogue organization.
Come on, let's go.
Well, another successful case wrapped up by the crack squad of savvy professionals at the fourth...
Reggie.
Squad?
I could put you in the prison wing for some of these same charges.
Yeah, but she did it malevolently. I incited a riot charmingly. Maybe if I cut directly to the part where I apologize?
No, I probably owe you an apology. I've been off my game for a few...
Years?
I was going to say weeks, ever since I went undercover with the Vampire Coven, but I suppose you're right.
I mean, it's not like you didn't have your reasons. You managed to kill Dracula only to immediately become one of the most hated women in all of history.
Hey, thanks.
I don't hate you, if that changes anything.
Well, it's a start.
Maybe we should skip past the apologies and just decide we both could do better from now on.
Huh.
What?
I'm just experiencing that rare moment when the ringleader of a riot makes a cogent argument for calm self-reflection.
How about we grab some birdseed as a peace offering?
Hard pass.
Oh, what's the deal with the new guy anyways? Is he afraid of birds?
Deathly afraid of them.
Well, that's gonna provide me with no end of amusement.
Yeah. We probably better go find him.
Great idea.
Actually, I'll take care of that. You get all senior agents to the boardroom on the double. I think I know who's running the fifth wall.
Who?
That Victoria Frank lady. I think so. Oh, God help me.
What?
I have the sinking feeling I'm going to have to listen to a whole lot of her podcast to brush up on her. I'll need coffee.
The Birds' revolt has been quelled. Our agent has been taken into custody. And Director the Fourth Wall Director has recruited a new agent, a survivor from one of our fictional reality raids.
A protege. She must be trying to make amends for past mistakes.
His name is John Watson.
How fitting. She always was nostalgic.